Hi FlossTube, it's Barb with Lost and Floss. Today is Wednesday, January 11th, 2023, and I'm back with episode 86, which is hot on the heels of my whip parade in episode 85, which I recorded yesterday. But as promised, I decided I would pull out. I'm hoping it's most of my finishes from last year. And because I didn't say it, this is a channel primarily about cross stitch. And hello to new people, hello to old, hello everyone. But I have a lot of finishes. Like I kind of felt bad when I saw all my whips together yesterday and how many that happened to happen over last year. For a while, I felt very proud keeping myself to, 20, 30 range maybe. And I didn't even count, but I know I have more than that. But anyways, I tend to forget that I have had a lot of finishes as well. So that's what I'd like to show you today. Now, these are not pieces that I stitched purely in 2022. What they are things that I fully finished. So turned this final stitching into something useful. So whether it be a framed piece, even something that I had framed professionally, I like to show that, I don't have an under the bed box. I have a little tub, but I'm doing pretty good. Once I get them done, I do pretty good on finishing them into something else. So I tried to take some notes, and you're going to have to excuse me if I, in fact, show something that maybe wasn't from last year, or I know right now a couple of things I've gifted, so I'll try to include pictures at the end, as well as my Mighty Oaks Blackbird design that I showed like maybe an episode or two ago. I have no idea what I did with it. So it'll probably turn up just as soon as I'm done recording this. But and the other thing is I'm going to do the subscriber giveaway in a separate video in a day or two. So hope you come back and watch that one as well. So right off the bat, we're going to start with, I believe this is from Work Basket. And if you're on Instagram, a lot of these finishes have been shown over the year on the Lost and Floss Instagram channel, which actually is Lost and Floss 2. So if you want a closer up picture of some of them, or maybe more details as to what the real name is, check there too. And otherwise, I'll be happy to try to answer any questions. Might take me a little bit, but so anyways, this was something that both Leanne and I purchased at when we were at StitchCon at Keepsakes, and it's this cute little it came unfinished, but like little flip thing. So she stitched some, I stitched some, but I put them all together last year and made them useful. And it's nice because it stands up and you don't have to put anything away. So it's not like you're ever hunting for, the next month item. So, while we're at that, this one is To Grow a Garden by Leela's Studio. And I just found this frame that I thought looked nice with it and plopped it in there with some backing fabric just to fill up the space and called it done. And I'm going to try to keep these organized, which is why I'm sitting at a table. I had to kind of arrange myself so I didn't capture the chandelier or anything else. Then I guess I'll kind of go by, well, I'll be all over the place, but I've been working on Prairie Schooler, the large monthly series, and I seem to have lost my little fence that goes there. But in 2022, I was able to get 2 pieces on mat board and usable. So I now have January, and these are on washers, so I can just switch them out, a la Priscilla's. Great idea. And this one is August. So I have a couple others in the work and a couple others I finished previous years, so I'm making good progress on getting that series done. All right. I wish I had this in good order. So let's see. Then I had 5 finishes. Rakel of thetravelingvikingmama on Instagram, I think that's what it is, was nice enough to loan me this Prairie Schooler chart. It's an old one called From the Heart. And so I stitched all 5 of the pillows. Just used different backing fabrics on them. I like this sweet little basket. And I used the red. And I love how the white pops on this. And then this one I kind of had cut short my top, so I had to kind of round it. And this one I did kind of as a pop-up rounded thing, but I found a little tin basket and it actually fits perfect in there. And it's great because it sticks up a little bit, so it's not like flushed down. But I really like that series. I think they're really, really cute. And I like them because they're not strictly Valentine. Like, they're great for all year round. So I'm glad to have them. And then I got this chart from Heart Song Stitchery. It's the love chart. She's on Etsy. And I just put it in this little pewter charger. And I just usually have this standing on my shelf because it's heavy, so I don't want it to fall over. But it's a really, really cute little stitch, and I enjoyed stitching that one. And then this was my workaround of Liz Matthews' freebie hope chart. So it was pretty easy to change the hope into love. And originally when I did this, I meant to turn the, I don't even know what they are, flowers upside down so they look more like hearts. But then I forgot. So if you ever stitch it that way, I think it would be really cute. I just used this. It's kind of has the appearance of silk ribbon, and painted this board. It's like one of those press board type things. Kind of the color of the fabric. I'm always hoping that it doesn't look like it's cardboard, but this really was one of my favorites. I really thought it turned out really cute, and it wasn't that much work to convert the hope into love. So a great addition to the Valentine's Day stitching. And then I did my deer heart from Blackbird's Design. This really is one of my all-time favorites. You know, I feel like I'm using claws. Cover the poinsettia here. It's doing so well. I hate to throw it away. I looked up, because I bought it like at Costco, like way before Thanksgiving. And I'm like, how am I going to keep this alive through Christmas? So I Googled the directions, and they said, just thoroughly water it once a week out of its, like the foil thing. Just let it sit in the sink for a while so it all drains out really good. And then put it in indirect sunlight away from a major heat source. And it really worked. It looks really as beautiful now as it did when I bought it. Well, anyways, back to this. This is stitched on Weeks Red Pear, 30 count. And I did the finish just as in the book. I love this backing fabric. It just looks old and vintagey and everything I love. And I always meant to glue those pins in, but that's still something that needs to be done. But yeah, this ranks as one of my all-time favorites. I really, really love this one. Then I made Madame Cottontail. Olivia, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, gave me the chart, and I loved her finish so much I just tried to do it as close to hers as I could. So it's a fun, it wasn't my first stand-up, but Vonna's instructions are great for these, and just did a cute little floral on the back that I think really picks up the essence of the design. And she's just cute to have out. Like really, I'll have her out in spring through the summer season. I'm trying to be somewhat organized about this. Then I finished Brenda Gervais, was it Jelly Bean Jubilee? I think that's what the thing was called. But I just did all kind of bright Eastery finishes on these. So that's one. Oh, I've got a hair. Hope you can't see that. The little guy. This one I really overstuffed. He's way too fat, but it's good enough. That's a cute one. I love this little one with the guys pulling their wagon of carrots and the pseudo rabbit ears on that guy. And this was just a tiny little one. I tried to use up scraps that I had. This is one of my favorites too. Jelly beans, and I just used a bright pink finish. And then this one, I think I might have changed the colors on this to kind of match the backing fabric. I can't really remember. Maybe it was all monotone. Not really sure. So anyways, that was kind of fun to get that whole series done. All right, now let's move on to this. Wordplay. I had finished stitching those in 2021, but I had several that I needed to make into usable little quilts for on my bench. So I have 3 of them that I completed in 2022. August. And I changed the colors on a lot of these. September. This is one of my favorites. And then December. So it feels great to have a series completely done. Okay, then this is Where Hearts Rest by Brenda Gervais, and I found this frame thrifted, and my friend's boyfriend sized it down for me. because I knew it would be perfect with the colors in there. And so I have this in my front entry, and I just love it. It's really, really pretty. I think I changed how the lettering was so it wasn't so wonky. But other than that, I think I used a lot of the called for colors. So I really like that one as well. I collect pin cushions by Brenda Gervais. I think I omitted the wording on this. And rather than stitching some pins, I just use some and have some vintage pins in there and just have coordinating fabric on the back. And did a little stitch over the rickrack because I thought it needed to bring in a little bit of the red on the front. So I did it on both sides. I kind of forget about that one, but I just think it adds a little something to a rickrack trim, so I should remember it so I use it again. Okay. Like I'm all over the place here. Let's see. Okay, we did Nest, we did Wordplay, I Collect, we did the monthly Prairie Schoolers. This was a finish that on these 3 stars. I had finished one of the stars originally, but then this year I stitched things for the 2 other stars, and I just hang this on the wall. So like you can see, I still have the Goodwill sticker on. These were candle holders, and for like pillar candles, but I thought, oh, that'd be really cute. But when it's like freeform, it spins around. Otherwise, I would have taken the price tag off. But anyways, this one, let's see, Homespun Elegance, American Home. And I changed up the colors to coordinate with the first one that I stitched, which was this one. I think this with the needle and thread. And then I did the same thing with this one. It's, let's see, Plum Street Sampler, Betsy's Tart. But I think it's just a cute, easy finish. And, you know, when I saw these at Goodwill, I'm like, that would make really a cute hanging thing. And so I just had to find patterns or charts that were little and kind of modify them to fit within that circle. So that was easy enough to do. And then I have this America pillow. This was from Kay's Frames and Design. Love this one too. I added a little pendant on there. Somewhere I have some metallic star buttons that I'm going to put on the red band, but I don't know what happened to them. I had them with it for a little bit, and then they got lost, so need to find them again at some point. But I think I used my own colors on this and just used coordinating fabric on the back, and it's just a nice addition to the summer rotation of Americana things. This one was American Eagle by Blackbird Design. And this frame, I can't even remember what color it was originally, but I just kind of painted over it and roughed it up because it looked like something that should have a antique-y looking frame. So I love this one. That white house I struggled with. It was a pink house for a little bit, but finally figured out the color that would work, and I'm very happy with the finish. We're moving along here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I think that's it for patriotic. Pardon me for leaning across the table. This was something that Leanne stitched, so I can't even tell you what it is anymore. I probably explained it when I showed it in the video last year. But I turned it into a cute little pillow. Check on the back and check trim. And it's just a nice fall addition. This is I think it's got to be a blackbird design. I think it's October Sky, but don't hold me on that. Go back and look my old video last year, or probably on Instagram too. And I covered my hole to stuff things with a moon made out of yellow wool, just whip stitched or blanket stitched around it. So I've got a little pumpkin charm I used on the edge. It's just cute and happy. I love it. This was another one of Leanne's stitches. I usually have it on a candle, a pillar candle holder. So it's raised up, but she bought this chart at Acorns and Threads and stitched it in silks. But she had it unfinished. So this was my first drum. It says Acorns around the edge. And then where the seam was, I had made this cording, and then I used the thicker cording, and I added some acorns and a little bit of bittersweet, faux stuff, obviously. But yeah, it's a very special piece. It's something that I probably would have never stitched myself, and I love it. Has just lots of good memories to it. Alrighty, then we have American Farmhouse by Scarlet House. And this one I had framed, but used mostly called for colors. I think the blue I changed out a little bit just to get a more blue instead of gray. But this I saw at Country Sampler the very first time I went there with Leanne and our friend Anne. And so it just has special memories of a special day. Time of innocence. And I love it because it's, all year round. Oh, I have some fuzz on it. Alrighty. And so this one is, I think, Little House Needleworks. It was one Leanne stitched. And I know I talked about which one it is. It's either that or Country Cottage, but I like it because it's wintry, but it's not, not strictly Christmas. So I'll leave it up on my wall now. And just very cheery. Okay, and then another one is like leaning across the table. A prairie schooler, a prairie year. I worked on finishing up that series last year. That was my series of concentration. I try for, like the previous year was Wordplay, so 2022 was the prairie year. So I did January, has some flannel backing. Some of the other ones I already had done previously. So I think I had already had February done, and March and April. May was a New Year finish. I love it with that ruched ribbing. Let's see. I must have had, unless that's, oh no, that might have been May or June. This definitely is July. I changed out the colors to overdyed and just, I love how that looks. This one I believe is August, the watermelon. Same thing with this one. September was the little schoolhouse. October I previously finished. November, the turkey. Little pom-pom trim on it. And then December was Santa. And I used, and I explained this in the video when I showed them, but I used, like when you cut off the binding from pom-pom trim, that's what I used, just to go around. It doesn't add much, but it just adds a tiny little bit. Then I had 4 Prairie Schooler Santas that I finished last year. So I actually have a start. This one was from 2022. And mine are really tiny. Like you can see, it's a lot smaller than my hand. I stitched them on 24 count Vintage Country Mocha over 1 because I wanted them tiny. But I love the finish. I just went with red cording and a little snowflake bow and a rusty bell. I have the gold ornament hook on it. This guy is from 2012, I believe. The male Santa. And I used all called for colors, I think, except for, I used white instead of off-white. This one is 2021. And this one is 2020. So I'm glad to have 4 of them done and hope to get a couple more done in 2023. Then we have Heartstrings Samplery. Baby, It's Cold Outside. And this one I had framed too. And I'm really happy with that one. Really turned out really pretty. And then another one that has a lot of meaning that I'm so glad I got framed this year. This is a heavy frame. Is Yes, Virginia. And I know I've showed this many times, but I love this one. And I found this frame thrifting. It was more like, had a lot of coppery tones to it. So did a little antiquing and dry brushing, and I love how it turned out. And if I could find Mighty Oaks, I'd show that one to you. Otherwise, I'm going to grab this one off the wall. It's Winter Rose Manor. And I was thrilled to get this one. Originally, I was supposed to have a fillet in it, and when I went to pick it up, they had forgot to put it on. But when I saw it, I'm like, it doesn't need it. I used mostly called for colors. This was on 36 count Winter Brew. I used the conch pink for the house, but the roasted or toasted marshmallow that was called for, I did not use because I didn't want yellow snow. So I switched that out to, I believe, bamboo. And so this is going to stay up all year because I'm so happy with it and I love how it turned out. So as I mentioned, I'm sure I've forgot about a couple of other things. I tried to go back as best as I could to see which items should be included for this video, but I'm going to a new system, so hopefully it will make things much easier in going forward from here to keep track of what I'm stitching, what I'm finishing, what colors I'm using, what fabrics I'm using, and so we'll see. There's always hope. Teach old dog new tricks, right? So I chit-chatted in the last video, so this was more all business. It's already half an hour, and as promised, I will do the subscribers celebration video, and that'll be a really quick one, a chance for you to get some fun things, chance to win them, and yeah, other than that, I'm furiously working on my exchange gift that needs to be done on Monday, and today's Wednesday, so I just finished stitching it and now need to figure out what I'm going to do for a finish, but I don't think it should be too bad. And then I figured out that I need to have my border stitched for Lasting Friendship. Some of us in our stitching group are going to be doing that as a round robin type thing, and I thought we were starting it on Monday, but actually we have to have it ready to hand off to someone, so that's going to keep me busy. And as I mentioned, we're babysitting this weekend, so I need to get cracking, continue moving, right? So I hope you enjoyed seeing the plethora of, that's the right word, right? Plethora. Okay, I hope all the English majors don't write in. Unless it's about the word nibbling, which, I mentioned in the other video a while back. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's one of those up and coming words. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well, and look for me again soon. The one other thing I'm thinking about doing is just going through my unfinished box to show you what things I have to turn into things. So when this video happens next year, you can think back and say, oh yeah, I remember that was in the box. So, and at some point I want to also do my series video, as I've completed either a seasonal series or monthly series, and check them off the list. I keep thinking it'd be kind of fun to show, all those at once, and the complete series, and show why I'm trying to recover from being a series stitcher. That was, a bad thing to start with when I first got back into stitching. But anyways, hope you're all doing well and continue to fill the world with love. See you next time. Bye-bye. So I decided to put all my finishes on the dining room table. And now I'm standing on a chair hoping I don't fall off. But it totally makes me feel better about the number of whoops I have. So hopefully I can fill the table again in 2023. Fingers crossed.